All right. Good morning. Good morning, everybody. Thank you for tuning in. My name is Michael, and today I'm going to be continuing the conversation of Think and Grow Rich and be talking about today the second principle of success. And that is going to be a conversation on faith. And this is something that is really important, especially like when you do decide that you don't want to go the middle class route or the route that everyone else is going, and you actually decide, hey, I'm gonna take a chance and go for my dreams. So that's gonna be the topic today, and basically I do have just some notes with me to help me out. But in this chapter, right, he talks about how to develop faith. Okay, so Napoleon Hill says that faith is a state of mind which can be induced or created by affirmation of repeated instructions to the subconscious mind through the principle of auto-suggestion. Okay, so basically, you're not gonna, let's say that you set yourself a really high goal and you have these really big dreams for yourself. You want to get rich, you want to make $100,000 a month, let's say, right? And it's not, like, let's say you write it down and you just simply might not believe it at first, right? But I'm telling you, it's through the repetition of giving orders to your subconscious mind that makes it possible. Because, we can set high goals for ourselves, we can have big dreams, but if we don't truly believe them, then we're not going to take the action for it. So that's why it's so important to give yourself repeated instructions to go do the thing that you gotta go do. Okay? All right. So another big thing, right? He talks about it being a state of mind, right? What does that mean? That means that this is basically a mindset, and you're going to see this come up multiple times throughout the book of developing this state of mind known as faith, etc. And that's what's so cool about it, right? If you can cultivate, like, if you know how to change your state of mind, right, you can do what you set out to do. Right, so he says that this is a state of mind which you can develop at will after you have mastered the 13 principles, because it's a state of mind which develops voluntarily through application and use of these principles. Right, so a lot of people watching this, they're probably not even sure what I'm talking about. Like, no one talks about faith. But what I'm saying is, the reason this book is so cool, right? If you go through it and you continue to study it, you'll realize that when you start to actually put into use the 13 principles that I'm talking about on these lives, right, it becomes a lot simpler to start developing faith so that you can truly believe what you want to do is possible, right? That's what I'm talking about. I'm not talking about religion here. I'm not talking about any of that stuff. I'm talking about, it's a simple fact that if you're going to go out there and you're going to go do something that's for yourself and for your dreams and for what you want, you're gonna have to believe it's possible. And that's what I'm talking about. So I'm gonna say it one more time, right? It's only through repetition or affirmation of orders to your subconscious mind. It's the only known method for developing the emotion of faith. I'm gonna repeat that, and you can't let this slip past you, right? It's through repetition of affirmation of orders to your subconscious mind, and that's the only known method for developing faith. So I'll give you an example. For me, I knew for so long that I had to start speaking publicly, right? If I want to become a public speaker, I have to start doing my lives. And I had this mentor, and he's been doing lives over 1,500 episodes on his Instagram, and he's been telling me this, right? I've paid him, I've invested for him to coach me. He's been telling me, Mike, you got to get on live camera. And, I knew what I had to do, but I wasn't taking action of it. Luckily, I had a really cool mentor who kept repeating himself and kept telling me that you got to go live and share your story. And so finally, I will admit, I am here today. It was nerve-wracking for me to do these lives, but, I have the faith from my mentor that it's possible. And I want to talk a little bit just in the sales world, right? Because that's where I come from, and faith is really important when it comes to selling. So when I got started, right, I started out door-to-door knocking, And this was really scary at first, right? Because like I only knew about knocking on people's doors when I would go ding dong ditching. And now I'm being told, oh, go knock on that person's door and go sell them your service. And that was really frightening at first. But what I had was I always, like the thing about me in my story is I always looked up to people who already had the results that I wanted, and I just followed their advice. So I used like borrowed faith, right? I had a manager at the time who did the painting business already. And so it was like, okay, just listen to what he's talking about and just do it and trust the process that it's going to work out. So the best way, honestly, for you to really, strive for doing something that you're uncomfortable doing, right? Find somebody that has the results that you want and go do what they say. That's what I'm doing right now. What's up, Sam? So that's, that was the painting story. And then when I was, like I was saying with the lives, right? My one mentor, his name's Sean G. Murphy, he has the results that I wanted, and he's been going live every single day, 1,500 plus episodes. So, it's like finally just trust the process, use his faith in me, and then just go for it. Okay? So this is a big idea as well. Right, Napoleon Hill in this chapter, he says that he wants you to conduct yourself just as if you would if you are already in possession of the material thing which you are demanding when you call upon your subconscious mind. Right, there's this big idea of acting as if it's already done. Right, who am I to come on these lives and be talking about Think and Grow Rich and talk about developing faith when like I'm 23 years old, right? But the thing is, in my mind, I'm acting as if the person I want to become, right? I have to start pretending that I am a world public speaker and that I already have the success that I'm looking for if I want it to happen in the real world, right? Remember, it all starts in the mind first. So if I'm talking about, the riches that are coming, right, I have to start acting right now as if it's going to happen and really become that person. And that's how, things start coming into your life that you needed to have. So that's that. And then finally, the last idea from the chapter on faith is it's all about self-confidence, right? You already know what it is that you need to know. And the only thing that you're lacking is the self-confidence to go out there and get it. And I'm telling you, that through the principles of Think and Grow Rich and actually applying them, right, we're going to work on developing that self-confidence so that you can go out there and actually make it happen, right? That's all you need is just a little bit of belief, maybe from somebody else who has the things that you want in you. Have the confidence to just go out there and go do it. So that's the conversation today on faith. Stay tuned for more. I'm going to be covering this whole book, Think and Grow Rich. And I appreciate you all for watching. So yeah, stay tuned for tomorrow's episode. I'll see you all later.